Hello, 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 everybody.
Hey,
So, um, Holly's here. Is Holly still here?
your impatience paid off finally.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we finally got here. Oh, it looks so good, Lisa.
Thanks.
Is your autofocus still on?
No, it's my autofocus should never be on, but let me go
Ah,
check it.
okay.
I think it just, I don't
It
know.
just does that.
StreamYard
Okay.
makes it do that. It, it doesn't seem to do it when I make videos or
Anything
when
else?
I'm
It's just
regular live streaming. But in StreamYard, for some reason, it fights me. Okay, let's see. Nope, autofocus is off.
okay. Well,
Hopefully it'll stop soon.
okay. Well, that's all that we can hope for. Holly, if you're still here, say hello. There she is. Hello, Holly.
Hey, Holly.
I don't know how many people are going to pop in today. For one, Janet is sick. I think. I think she's got this bug Lisa had.
Oh,
Um,
it's yucky. I pray for her. I mean, I
yeah.
have been praying for her when I found out she wasn't feeling good. But how are you doing, Holly? Are you better? I know your shoulder's been bothering you too. Like, and every time I pray about my shoulder, I pray about yours. So, what are you planning to do today, Tanya?
Well, the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to. I want to get these onto these pages. What happened was is that I took my napkins apart, and I had all of this second layer stuff.
Yeah.
And I had a bunch of white pages, and I just decided I would put the second layer on my white pages. So that is the first thing I'm going to do. And
Okay.
then I need to make stuffs to go inside. But I do have, I want to show you. I'll put that right there. I have a plan for my closure now. I wasn't happy with what was going on,
Yeah.
and I went back. And I haven't used. Have you used any of your uh oh, what did we call these things? Things were
Fasteners.
like fasteners. Yes. Did you use any of those?
I've used this one. I've used two of them actually. The this clamp. I put this little I used the bulb pin and then this thing
Okay.
for the front.
All
But
right.
that's all I've done. So yeah, I need to use some of those too. I've got them right here,
Yeah. Holly
and
says
I
her
haven't.
shoulder is better. We're
Good,
glad.
good.
We're glad. Glad. Well, I haven't used hardly. I don't think I've used any of mine. So I had some paper clips, and what I decided to do was when I sew my signatures in, I will sew through this so
Uh
that
huh.
it stays in place. But yeah, it will unfold and get out of the way.
So are you gonna decorate that paper clip or just
Yeah,
leave it like that?
I'm going to decorate it. I'm going to hang things from it.
Oh, that'll be cute. I kind of like the metallic, so I'm glad you're not covering it up.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
going to
that looks
leave.
good with the weaving and the denim and all of that.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to leave it, and then just probably from both of these little pieces right here,
Yeah.
hang my beads and stuff.
Well, be careful about the one that goes in the back because you'll have to try to stick the beads and stuff through
Right.
the.
I've just about decided that I only want to do it from the front one, and that way it will be easier to get this on.
Yeah, it would look cute through both of them, but
Yeah.
it would be harder to do.
I won't be able to if I put beads on there that are thick, I won't be able to push it through enough to make it go
Yeah.
down. That's the thing. So, but I think it will close it, and it just long enough. So that's the plan with that one. Lori's here. Hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori. Do it just lurk
Holly
away?
says it looks hippie cool. Uh-huh.
It does look hippie cool.
Uh-huh. And Lori's going to lurk. That sounds good, dear. So we're just going to try to accomplish, I think. What are you going to do today, Lisa?
Well, I need to make some more tags and stuff and pockets. And I want to make some tabs. I don't have any tabs.
Yeah, I've only got one.
But I haven't decided yet. Right now, everything is contained in here nicely. Nothing sticks out.
Yep.
Once I put tabs on here, stuff is going to be sticking out.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I do that, then I may as well go ahead and have some lace and bits and other things sticking out places. Does that make sense? I either need to not put tabs on it, or I need to put tabs on it and then go for it.
Yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm. Well, I think I'm going to put tabs on it and go for it, but that's, that's kind of my plan, but
yeah.
I don't know. I made a plan to try to accomplish, but the more I look at my plan, the less I think I'm going to get done.
Yeah, well, I understand that. I think I probably will do the tabs and go for it because I've got this little bit of fabric, collage thing on the front.
Mm-hmm.
And that will complement that instead of making it. Right now, it just kind of looks out of place.
Yep, I get it. Mm-hmm.
So I think the first thing I'm going to do is some tabs, and then and I may do some of them in paper and some of them in fabric.
Oh, mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought about doing all the tabs in paper and then having just bits of lace and stuff hanging off like in clusters off the pages. So it's like I'm not sure which one's a better plan.
Well, you could start with every other tab being paper and then see what it looks like and whether or not you want to go for it with some lace and stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I was trying to see what I've got here.
I got way too much on here. Yeah, that stuff, when you dump it out of the bottle and you don't have your glasses on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't really see the chat. And when I have when I have my glasses on, I can't really see the chat. So I need to figure out how to wear them like readers instead of like glasses. Does that make any sense at all?
It does actually make sense.
Lori, what are you going to be working on today that you have to lurk? Which is fine. We love that you're here at all. It's also a Friday, which I didn't know how many people were around.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do 4 with this upholstery fabric as the base because it's pretty sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
And they won't be so floppy with that as the base of the tabs.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got lots of this ribbon, so I think on at least one of them I'm going to add ribbon.
And I don't think you guys can really see this. This is just barely there. Can you see that, Lisa?
Barely. I can. Yeah. All I can see really is the glisten of your
of glue. The stuff. When it dries, it really it's just there. It's not real.
Hi, Dawn. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, guys. Dawn's lurking. That's fine. Waiting on weather. Yeah, Debbie, ours is supposed to be here tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
Ours is coming about 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah.
Snow and blowing snow. But it was so warm yesterday, it probably won't stick to the ground. It's just going to be a real annoyance and a lot of wind. But
Well, we're supposed to get severe weather, it says, and which means a ton of rain. So Jeff's been out moving cars around.
yeah,
He's had his Jeep out back this last week. He's working on it, and unfortunately, we have water issues. So if it rains like they say that it's going to rain, we're going to have flooding. So
yeah.
we have to keep the cars up on the driveway because as it is, it'll come up to the wheels. It'll come up to the middle of the wheel, the center part of the wheel. And Jeffrey has big tires, so.
Hi, Joey. Joey says she's had a crafting binging session using up scraps in her craft room. It was bliss.
Yay!
Yeah, that does sound like fun.
That sounds like fun. Yeah, Debbie, it's supposed to get bad tomorrow. They've been warning us for 3 days. So, like I said, the biggest thing will be rain, wind and rain. They're saying we could get some tornadoes out of it. So, Jeff's battening down the hatches is what he's doing outside. And of course, he's sick.
Oh, goodness. Not a fun time to have to batten down the hatches. But I tell you, I feel like I have been just living with a roommate the last month and a half. Because we're not letting Darren to get sick, it's like, hi, hello, stay over there.
Yeah, stay over there. Yep.
Oh, I'm very tired of it.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, I didn't sleep much last night because he was up most of the night. So.
Well, luckily Darren can sleep even if I'm laying there coughing and being a nuisance.
Yeah, Lisa, Joey would like to know what it is that you're working on.
I'm making some little tabs to go on my book. Let's just go ahead and put one on here so you can see.
Hi, Terry.
Just like this. I'm not going to have them stick out a ton because even at that much, they really stick out. So this is our 12 bits journal. And I've decided I've got envelope on, oh, maybe not that one. I've got envelopes in here, and I'm going to put tabs on all the envelopes. Well, that.
Uh-oh. I made Lisa go away. Sorry. That was not what I wanted to do. There we go. Oops.
Oops.
Debbie's in the process of organizing and thinning out.
And
oh, that's all right. You're not late, Terry. We just really got started. And you can't even see what I'm doing. So, but that's what she's putting tabs. Yeah, oopsie. That's right, Joey. Oops. Made a boo-boo.
And I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of lace over these, the backs of the staples.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't like the backs of the staples. So the last one I put in, I put paper, I cut a little heart and put it over it.
Yeah.
Debbie's making room for her kidlets to have their own room.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, my kid moves home. There's a room for him. I'll have to take some stuff out of it, but we keep trying to get him to move home. Oh, Janet's here. Hi, dear.
Hi, Janet. I hope you really feel like being here. If you don't feel like being here, we understand, but
we're glad you're here, but we just don't want you to be here if you don't feel well.
Okay, so that's how I covered up my staples on the back of that one.
That looks cute. Okay.
So, I may not be doing it on the. I forgot I've made pockets and tucks and things on.
Mhm.
Oh, I
I
forgot
was
I
gonna say,
zoomed in
can
so
you? I was
much.
just gonna say, can you move to back to the middle? Did I took it back off of you, but ought to put it back on you because you're doing
No, it's
something fun.
okay. So
Debbie's there's children moving out, so um now they've never had their own rooms before.
well, that will be fun.
Joey
I
says
know when.
your pages make her want to write a list.
Ah, well, this could be a list journal. There are definitely some pages to write lists, and then there's you know some pages that you could write lists on anyway, even if they're not. But I tried to put some obvious writing space in. I tend to not be a writer. I tend to be a collager, or I build the book and then I don't know what to do with it.
Well, that's what if I build a book, it's just because I built the book. That's
Well,
I'm all right with that.
I am too, and that's what I'm doing with this one. So far, all I'm thinking about is that I'm building it, and I love it. I'm enjoying doing that. And so,
That's right.
what
Hmm.
what happens in it later, I don't know. It might even be up to someone else.
That's right. Hmm. Yeah, that's how I look at them. I just build them, and the fun for me is in building them. That's okay. Now that doesn't mean I won't use something, but I mean I use all kinds of journals and things. But
Okay.
this particular napkin, you can see the oops. Another oops. Boy, I'm just oopsing it all over the place today. You can sort of see the images a little bit better because they're a little stronger. On the last one, I could see them. You guys just couldn't. Okay, come on out of there. There we go.
I have already. I mean, my desk was completely empty, and I've already got it filled up. I don't have much room to work. Just pulling out stuff to work on today.
Debbie Riddick's here. Hi.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. She saw lots of glue going on that last page. Yep. Okay. I'll show you what I'm doing. Part of my images, for my images, I had napkins. We had 12 images. Is that right, Lisa?
Yeah.
Or, I don't remember how many images, but mine is napkins. So when you take a napkin apart, you get this second layer. Sometimes there's a third and a fourth layer. Oh, that one's got a lot of yellow in it. But this second layer, I don't know if you can see it on this one. You see all that color? Well, I had these white pages, and I decided that what I was going to do was put down this second layer of stuff to do something fun with, just to give it some color, but yet nothing. It's not got a lot of anything.
So those I can kind of see.
Yeah,
the ones you did before I couldn't really see.
Yeah, that last one you couldn't see, but the thing of it is that some of them you can't see, but I can. I mean, it's just barely there, and that's fine with me. It's because I didn't want to leave the pages totally white, and at the same time, I wanted to use my images and my napkins, and so I'm using a mixture of Mod Podge and glue. It's about half and half. I don't measure. But the reason I do that is because it's not sticky.
Hi, Joan. Debbie says that's a cool idea to add the shadowy part. I like her
Yeah.
description of that.
Yeah, the shadowy part. That's a good description of it, because that's exactly what it looks like, is the shadow. And see, on this one you can really see it.
Yeah. My son has just bought a couple of old Polaroid cameras.
Yes.
And some film, and he's really enjoying playing with those. But some of the film he got was black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And he took a picture of my daughter, but he had, this is trial and error for him because he's never had this kind of camera before. He grew up on digital cameras,
Mm-hmm.
So he thinks this is all really cool, but he doesn't know the quirks yet. But he took this black and white picture of my daughter out in front of the house, and the house is white.
Oh.
And so it way overexposed. So she looks like a ghost. So you can't really even see her face. You can see it's a person, and you can see the shape of her dress, but you can't. Oh, it's a really cool looking picture, but it is kind of funny.
Wait till he starts scribbling on them while they're still damp. That was fun back in the day.
I tell him to look that up, because I don't think he knows that he can do that.
It all depends on which exact film he's got, whether it's one that's encapsulated or whether it's one that's
I know at least one of the cameras is encapsulated, because when it rushes that stuff up over the picture, you've got some streaks.
Yes. Okay. Uh-huh.
But I'm not sure about the other one. I know they're both in little cartridges, and
okay, if they're both in little cartridges, then they both will work. It's when you get the ones where you have to peel the paper off the back that it doesn't work so well.
Both of his are that way.
Okay. Then they actually can be manipulated while they're still in that damp state.
Uh-huh.
And therefore you can do some really fun stuff with them.
Do you have an idea of where he could go to get information on that?
I
mean, do you know of any books or?
Well, yeah, there's books, but as far as what the titles are, because that was that was 30 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I'll just have him look up, what would you call that? Altering Polaroid photos, or?
Yes, altering Polaroid photos. I mean, that was back before Instagram, so I seriously doubt there's any on Instagram. They're talking about their kids.
You can still get some film, Debbie.
For certain
Ethan's
ones.
buying it from B&H something. Let me look, and I'll
out of Atlanta, right?
The real name.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a receipt from them, and so
do be aware that some Polaroid film is old, and some is new. Hi, Becky.
Some of it you can't get anything that's not expired, because that certain camera they're not making film for anymore. The Spectra is that way.
Mm-hmm. Janet says Clorox bleach works, and that would work on the unencapsulated ones, I would think.
Okay, where is that?
Yes, Janet, we used to do that. We used to know where a lot of those photomat booths and things were. It's crossing the finish line soon. I don't know, Holly, because Lisa has still got a terrible cough. This ought to be a good one to show up.
Okay, I don't know if oh, suddenly I can't put anything in the
You can't type in chat?
I can't type in chat. I didn't realize that. Anyway, I'll just tell you the name of it. It's B&H Photo Digital bhphotovideo.com. bhphotovideo.com is where he's buying his stuff. And he did a lot of research to find the cheapest place to get it and all of that. So if that helps any.
And I think B&H is actually out of Atlanta. And I actually think we have a friend that still works for them, but I may be wrong.
Well, he was very impressed with their service and everything and the way they package things up and all of that. So,
well, you know, that's what Jeff and I went to school for. So we have a lot of friends that are still sort of in the industry, even though it's changed so much.
Yeah.
But one of them went to work for, I'm pretty sure it's B&H, went to work for B&H right out of college. And
well, there aren't that many places anymore. So
no. And you know, Pensacola actually still has a camera store, which was just unreal. We were so surprised. And they actually sell a lot of film equipment. Film equipment is becoming very retro and in with the what is that? Millennials. That's what they are. They're millennials.
The 20-something.
Becky's going back to bed. Well, Becky's not sick with this flu. She's sick with that stupid vaccine that they gave her.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Beck. Debbie, the coffee filter book has been postponed. We are on Tuesday. We're going to do this little book. This month. Got my thumbs in the way. And there's a prep video on my channel for it. We will be here Tuesday at noon Central. And then on the 28th, that's the 14th. On the 28th, we'll be on Lisa's channel at noon Central. But there's a prep video. This is tiny. You don't have to make a tiny one. I just made a tiny one for a sample. The gal that was going to do the coffee filter book with us in December was very unwell, and then they sold their house. So she's just not really at a position where she can, you know, there was another flower on that. She's not in a position where she can really do it with us. And we decided rather than do it without her, we would postpone. So that's where that stands. Yeah, Debbie, it was one of those things where we had to try to figure out what we were going to do. So we just decided we'd do something else this month and see where we stood. Hi, Elizabeth. Guys, I'm not sure if we've said hello to everybody. I'm not being very good about chat today. If I have not said hello to you, hello. We're really glad you're here. What you doing, Lisa? Thinking?
Yeah, well, I've done 3 little tabs, and I'm definitely going to do at least one more.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to decide. I may do some other things while I think.
Uh-huh. Sometimes that's a good idea. Okay. I don't think I'm going to put that all the way around. I think not. I think not.
It's hard to decide where to put them. I think I'm going to go ahead and let this one flap over here. I don't think that's an issue. I'll have to be careful where
Shove that in too. Yeah, where you staple
how
it.
far I staple it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm just going to go ahead and make another one like that. And all the other ones I put lace on, so I guess it'd be all right just to leave one of them kind of plain, wouldn't it? Because
Yeah.
it's kind of
Hi.
pretty fabric, just like it
Yeah,
is.
it is pretty fabric. Hi, Susan. Um, I have not had the shingles vaccine. Now I've had shingles 3 times. Um, and I can agree that they can be painful. The first time was really bad. I mean, not really bad. Honestly, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. I have seen people that had shingles that it was so horrible, but I figured mine out early, and I was young,
Oh,
so um, when I figured it out, it I got that medicine, and I got it in time that it helped a lot, but I couldn't lift my arm up for 2 months. I really could not pick up my arm all the way for almost 2 months. But mine always come in the same exact place. So now I know when I get a spot that hurts that way, that's on fire that way, I just go in and rather than, and besides the fact that the last time that I had them, they wouldn't give me the shingles vaccine because I'm too young. I was too young. I'm probably not now. But that was, they had so many people that were so much older than me that needed it worse and now it's, a matter of, I just don't feel like I need it. I kind of know where it comes and I know what it is and I
nip
can
it in
get,
the bud.
well, and I can get that medicine fast enough that it works for me rather than getting the vaccine, which I don't know if it would necessarily work. But I will tell you that my son was in the 6th grade and got shingles. I didn't think kids got them, but the doctor he had said that more kids are getting them because they have all the vaccines against all the measles and everything, so they don't get the
Well,
measles.
yeah, and then they had the chickenpox vaccine, which
Right.
is supposed to protect, but somehow, at least what I read said that they think that might be one of the reasons kids are getting shingles too. But
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it because, now Brandon didn't have a chickenpox vaccine, but he did have, oh heavens, measles, mumps, rubella, all of those
yeah,
normal ones. I don't think he had a chickenpox vaccine. See, he's a little bit older than your kids, so
yeah.
too. So I'm
Well,
not sure.
my doctor was very pro vaccines, our pediatrician, but and he knew I wasn't very excited about them. But
Hmm.
so when it came time for the chickenpox vaccine, he told me, he said, that's the one vaccine I won't give my own children.
Yeah.
So I was
Okay.
like, well, if you're not giving it to your children and you're very, very pro vaccines, I'm certainly not giving it to
To
mine.
my children, yes. And I
So,
seriously doubt I would have given it to Brandon because I wasn't into a lot of shots. Not only that, Brandon's allergic to food, and we found that out about the time he was 4. So there were a lot of things like we lost a kindergartner to, oh heavens, what is that? Meningitis.
I have to mute for just a minute.
Okay. Had shingles at 2. Wow, Debbie. And when Brandon was in kindergarten, he lost a classmate to meningitis. And man, they locked that school down like you wouldn't believe. And they brought in meningitis vaccines for all the kids. And I had, Brandon's allergic to food, and a lot of things like flu vaccines are cultured on eggs, and Brandon's allergic to eggs. So I had to really, really figure out whether or not I was going to give him that stupid meningitis vaccine. And I finally got hold of his specialist, and the specialist said to me, he said, on this one, being sick from eggs would be a whole lot better than being sick from meningitis. So that's one of the few things that I know we gave him that was outside the normal realm.
Yeah.
I had 3 pox apparently when we had the chicken pox. Apparently I had like 3. So getting shingles isn't surprising.
Yeah, my brother and my sister and I think my brother and I had chicken pox together. I was 4 years old and he was like 6 months.
Mm. My
And
sister was, my baby sister was a baby, so around that age.
And then my sister wasn't around yet, so she didn't get them when we did. So she got chicken pox when she was 15. That was a bad year for her.
Yeah, I would
She
think
got
so.
no, actually she never did get the chicken pox. No, I'm thinking wrong. It was my brother that got shingles the year she got chicken pox.
Oh,
She got chicken pox when she was 15. She had her appendix out when she was 15. That was just a bad year for her. But she went to the doctor and told him, and she told him, she said, I think it's my appendix. She told him how she was feeling, and he was like, it's not your appendix, you're a girl. It's it's your environment is actually what he said. But what he meant was it's your female parts that you're feeling. It's not.
Yeah.
She said, no, it's my appendix. I know it's my appendix. And oh dear.
Doctors don't always listen. I do.
They don't. And he should have, because it was not very long after that she was in the hospital with it about to burst.
Yeah.
And
well, my sister's burst actually. She lost an ovary because of it.
Yeah. Okay, where was I going to put this? I think I'm going to put it right here.
Can you slide to the right just a little bit?
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. I'm just asking, because if you can't, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, I love these shadows. I think the shadows are almost as much fun as the napkins. They're just hard to see on camera. But I wanted to get them done because they have to dry. Can't sew my book together with them out of. I love the sound of that little stapler.
Me too. It's a happy sound.
It's a happy sound, yes. My stuffed up husband appears to be in. I can hear him breathing. Oh, poor boy. Oh. So far, he hasn't started coughing. He starts coughing, and we'll be headed to the doctor right away, because I don't think he's got any cough meds left. Okay. Oh, Holly. Oh, dear. That sounds like an interesting one. Did you read Holly's comment? Her mother-in-law.
Yeah, my mother would have done that. If she, in fact, my sister babysat kids 3 different times that we found out the next day they had chicken pox. She never did get chicken pox until quite a bit later. One of those times I was babysitting the kids and she just went with me. And that time it was my mom hoping she would get it and get it over with. But she didn't catch it. And then when she did catch it, when she was 15, we had no idea where she caught it from. We didn't know anybody who had them.
Yeah. Well, that was what was really interesting when I got the shingles, because none of, Brandon was a kindergartner, and I would have thought that the kids had chicken pox at school because, they're tied together. Well, they didn't. None of the kids had chicken pox. I got my shingles all finished with, and guess what went round and round at school was chicken pox. But up until that time, none of the kids seemed to be having them. So it was like, dang. I figured I'd have everything under the sun while I was helping at school, but I didn't.
Well, that's a blessing. Because you easily could have.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially that first couple years. Although I think that Brandon's old enough that more mothers kept their kids home when they were sick. There's so many mothers now, I swear, that send their kids to school sick.
Yeah. Well, and more of them have to work,
see that.
So
I was going to say
have to stay home themselves.
That's right. That they can't stay home. If they don't go to work, they don't get. And that's the other thing. They don't go to work, they don't get paid. And that's, they go to work sick. I don't think. See, the shadows, I just love these shadows. They're just.
So are you doing a bunches of layers of all that stuff on the same page, or are you doing several different pages?
I'm doing it on different pages. I had 6 pages that were basically blank. So I pulled them out and I'm just putting this stuff on. I had 7 napkins, I think, left of the shadow stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting them all on there. I know it's kind of boring to watch, but.
Well, I'll have to admit, I'm not watching a lot. I just look up every once in a while and you're still doing it. And so I think.
Yeah.
And I wondered, is that the same page or a different page?
No, it's a different one. Debbie, I'm gluing the shadow parts of napkins to some paper. The inside layer that I'll show you in just a second. I have one left. As soon as I get this piece glued down. I know it's hard to see on camera. That one shows up pretty well. It's the inside second layer of the napkin. Okay, just behave yourself. I hate it when they tear just because, they just want to be unreal. When you take the napkin apart, you get this layer inside that's got sort of a shadow of color on it. Just barely there. And when you glue it down, it just kind of shows up.
It's really cool. I love the subtlety of it.
It's very subtle. I'll show you one that's dry as soon as I put this one down on the floor. I did one up the last time we were playing, and that's what made me decide the other day that I wanted to do the rest of them.
Well, I just kind of got to making tabs, and now I'm kind of making tabs. It's like the more the merrier or something.
Uh-oh, Joan. Ugh. Oh, you're not sick. It was when a customer. Yes. Yeah.
The least well, I'm not sure how to say what I'm trying to say. The absolute most obvious time when you should not go somewhere and infect people is when you're running a fever.
Yeah.
If you're running a
Hmm.
fever, it should be obvious you don't go places. Oh,
Debbie, I use Mod Podge and Elmer's Glue All mixed together. Not Elmer's School Glue, but Elmer's Glue All. And Lisa is right. The best place to buy it is Home Depot. You can buy a whole gallon for what I paid for little containers. But I mix it about half and half. And the reason I do that is because I like the elasticity of the Mod Podge kind of thing and the way it coats. And the glue, adding the glue to it makes it so it's not sticky. It doesn't, it's not shiny sticky, the kind of shiny sticky you get when you paint and when your books stick together, the pages stick to themselves. That I don't like. Okay, so my next thing was to work on these. Let's see here. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was going to show you a page where the shadow is already done. Yes, Holly, no common sense. And Joan, yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Where is it? Not sure which signature it was in. Here it is. See how when it dries, that shadow just shows up.
oh yeah, that looks lovely.
Doesn't that look pretty? I
Yeah.
really like how it showed up. Now, on that particular page, I didn't think and did not add any to the back side of it. But that's okay. I don't mind a few white pages, but I just thought that shadow just really makes a white page. It's still light enough. If you wanted to write over it, you could write over it. It is rough, but I think a regular ink pen will write over it just fine. So that's what I was doing. I was putting all of those things on the shadow pieces on my papers. Then my next, I actually planned. I planned ahead.
She planned.
I planned. It was like I planned ahead. My next thing is I need more stuff to stick in the pockets. So what I'm going to do is I had several pieces of my painted paper where I had torn off to do something else that were about the same size. So what I'm going to do is decorate them. I decorated one. Let's see. And I'm going to decorate them so that they can be okay. Just fold it up. And then they can be tucked in a pocket. So they're like journal papers.
Holly says, are you putting tabs on every page? No, I'm not. I just thought if I'm going to put them, I want it to kind of fill up a little bit. So I've got, let me fold it down like this so you can see.
Let me make it big. There.
So it's just that many. It's really not as many as it looks like because that's all I've been doing. But I think I'm through with that now. Okay. I'm going to move on to something else.
Hi, Shelly. We're glad you're here. I'm sorry we missed you coming in. And guys, if there's anybody that came in, I do.
Hi, Terry. Terry says she doesn't want to be a pain, but her husband called and she couldn't hear what you mixed with the glue wall.
Honey, always. That's not a pain. Never, never, never is it a pain. Just a minute. Let me. I mix Mod Podge and Elmer's Glue All together, and I mix it roughly half and half. But when I say roughly, I mean I don't measure. I kind of pour some in this bottle and then I pour some of the other stuff, and I just kind of get it close to half and half, and it makes me happy. I've been using this bottle since before we left on our trip. I had been using a little bowl, but I found that the little bowl would get a skin on it, and this bottle keeps it a little bit better, and it was easier to take on the trip. So what I will do is, like, because I buy the Mod Podge in it's actually a big, huge square tub. I get it from Joann's because here locally that's the best price, and I can use a coupon. And if you buy the bigger tub, and use a coupon, you get a better deal for your money. I've been buying the Glue All at Joann's as well, but they only have little containers. And Lisa told me that Home Depot has a big container, and I think Jeffrey was in there, and it's like $11 or something for a gallon. So that's a way better. The orange, yes, Terry, the orange Mod Podge, it's the one that's called matte. Just there's matte and there's glossy, and it's I'm pretty sure it's orange.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been using. So no, those orange ones don't go well on that.
Hi, Deborah.
I think we need some different colored papers to punch out. Yeah, Terry, I just have the one, and it makes the one makes me perfectly content. I'm just looking for some different papers to punch for. Like I said, I'm going to do little flowery things with my punches. To decorate these papers. And I might do some stamping too. I think no, maybe it was Becky, used one that they call a napkin something. And they liked it real well. I'm not real familiar with that, so, and since it's not something I had, I haven't worried about it.
Yeah.
I did go get something, though, the other day. I went shopping.
What did you get?
I got, where's it at? This stuff. It's like Rub and Buff. It's a metallic, waxy stuff. It was in the same aisle with the Rub and Buff, but because it's a bigger container at the same price as the Rub and Buff, I thought I would try this. It's metallic luster. I want it for our for the lap book project. So and Rub and Buff has been on my list for a while, and so I did go get this. But I was in and out of Hobby Lobby, and this is all I came out of.
Rose gold, is that what it is?
Yeah, this was rose gold. I figured it kind of looks like copper.
Yeah.
I didn't take it. Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's coppery.
Yeah, that's pretty. I have the champagne color in that. And when I got it, it was dried out from the moment I bought it. But I added the glycerin water to it, and it helped it some. So if that's dry, you can try the glycerin water thing.
Okay. No, it's like what do I want to say? It feels like not paint, but kind of like kind of like
Like the Inca Gold.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's this is my metallic luster champagne ice.
Oh, that's pretty. I debated about that one.
And
That's
then my
Janet said.
copper is Inca Gold.
Oh, they didn't have any of that. Oh, Inca Gold is the copper. Okay,
Yeah.
but that's not the same brand. So
No, it's a
they didn't.
different brand. The
Yeah, and they
brand is
didn't.
Inca Gold, but
Mm-hmm. They didn't have one called copper, so I figured the rose gold was probably about as close as could.
yeah.
Janet says Americana makes one. Um, Becky says it is the napkin decoupage. That Janet says it is Becky that has the napkin decoupage. Okay. Barbara's here.
Hi, Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara, that's why you have to pick it up. Uh-huh. Yeah. All that stuff is at knee high. It's almost on the ground, Barbara. At least at Joann's and places, to me, it seems like it's on the ground.
Yeah, everything's either too high or too low. I don't know why I've decided to put this on this paper,
Uh-huh.
but I had that and I like it, so I decided I'm going to add this fabricy stuff to it and make kind of a cluster thing.
Okay. Good morning, Barbara.
I'm hoping it'll be work like a tuck or something, but it might be too. I may have to put something else behind this to make it strong enough.
Yes. Well, if you do, you've got some um um coffee dyed cardstock, right?
Yep, I do.
Okay.
I've also got some
So,
wallpaper, which might look cool behind that. It would kind of show through. So
yeah. Did I say hello, Barbara? I was thinking hello, Barbara, but I'm not sure I said it.
yes, you
Okay.
did.
I
You
did.
did.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing because, my brain is about. And since I haven't used my little colors and stuff very much, I'm going to put, instead of putting another flower in the middle of this one, I am going to put my little gold dot things. With those Nuvo drop stuffs.
Oh, uh-huh.
I did say hi. Okay. Oh boy, But I think I'm going to put some little black dots to then put the gold dots on top of. I think they'll show up more if they're on black. This stuff, guys.
I haven't ever tried that, but I've been watching the Paper Outpost. Her name's Pam. I don't know if you've watched her or not.
I've watched some of her videos, not a lot of them.
But she's a hoot. She's so fun to listen to. She talks to her stuff. And a minute ago, when you said I don't do that or something, that reminded me of. She's always talking to her stuff.
I talk to my
Anyway.
stuff too.
I do too, but usually it's not when I'm on camera. Although sometimes, you just be who you are and you do it even when you're on camera. But anyway, she uses
Well,
those no-do drops a lot, and
now
I
that
haven't
now that
ever.
I know what they are and how much I do like them, I would like to have the copper ones and the silver ones, I think. I haven't decided, but see, they make really cute little raised dots, and it has a nice it domes real nice. It works real nice. So I really do like
Yeah,
it, but you got to let them dry for like 24 hours.
yeah.
If anything touches them, they get gooky. And I don't particularly like gooky, so. All right, we've got. There's a good one.
Okay, now then, let's see if we're going to figure out where to put that little thing. You probably shouldn't really make things you have no idea where you're going to put.
Why? That's what I do all the time.
Oh, good.
Uh-huh.
Because then I have to figure out what to do with them.
The other thing was I had some little stuffs that I had made over the course of the last couple of times we've been on, and Holly just says hopefully it doesn't answer. And Barbara talks to her stuff too. And I can tell you that, I never know whether my stuff's going to answer or not, but sometimes it does. Sometimes it says, no, I do not like that idea, and I am going to do what I want to do. Now, it doesn't say it out loud, but it just does it.
Yeah, but you can tell.
Oh, yeah, you can tell.
You can tell.
When your stuff has an attitude, you can tell. And I'll tell you what, when glass rods decide to do what they want to do, man, they don't mince words. They just pop all over at you and just make life miserable.
That does not sound good.
Burnt myself the other day again. My new eyeballs are not really helping. I can't. My vision is kind of weird for making beads. It's just not real. See, now that was so simple, and now I have a journal paper, and I am going to put more copper or little gold dots since gold is my color. But I'm going to make a bigger dot this time.
I've got some kind of little dot making things. I need to get that out and see what I don't know if any of them are the right color, but they would be fun to use if they work like that. I haven't used them very often, so I can't remember exactly how 3D they are.
Well, that's the thing about this is it's very 3D, but yet if you make a candy kiss out of it, it ends up a little dome, and it just looks real nice, which that was one of my concerns. If it was just going to be a flat old thing, I wouldn't have worried about it. Barbara says that's her stuffs too. It just says, nope, not going to do this. Well, that's so cute, Lisa.
I'm trying to decide where to put it. I think I like it on top. What do you think? Coming from the top or coming from the bottom?
Well, are you going to stick it on the whole way, or are you going to use it
well,
like
I was
another
going to use it as a tuck.
The only thing about coming from the top is whether or not it will actually hold the thing in.
Yeah, and it's not real stiff, so it might not.
It might be better to put it on the side. I like that right there.
I think I do too, right there, low and on the side.
And Barbara said from the top.
Oh, well, of course we can't agree, so I. I need to glue this pocket down here. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just need to take it off because I kind of like, oh no, that would make, yeah, no, I do. I want to take it off.
Okay.
Okay, I'll use it for something else.
Barbara says she likes it anywhere. So that's you know, you're
It's
good.
kind of fun on that page too.
It shows up better on the other one though.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to put it right there. Come on. Barbara just likes it anywhere, so that makes me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
I have so much fun collaging. I think that's really my favorite thing to do. I have to incorporate it into everything, whether it's paper or fabric or lace or whatever it is.
Little bits of stuff. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. And then not sure about that. Okay, I want to do something here.
I decided it was easier to figure out where to put stuff if I folded it first because I wasn't getting things to go on there real well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was just like this one was real hard to fold because I did it first and then I folded it afterwards.
Right.
So
especially when it's still wet and you're trying to fold it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I
love that paper right there, that blue. That is really cool. Yeah. What did you use to make those?
A piece of wallpaper.
I love it.
It's textured wallpaper. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I will look in just 1 minute. It looks kind of bamboo-like, if you ask me. And I think that's what I used. I don't seem to see it here. Usually I have those things laid right here, so. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I have a piece behind me. Our chat just kind of quit. That is so pretty, Lisa. Do you dry your coffee dyed paper in the oven?
These I did not. These I did that method where you just leave them laying and then you move them around.
Yep.
And this was the one that had coffee and copper paint mixed. And
coffee and copper paint mixed. Okay.
Yeah, I put too much paint in. I mean, I like it, but I think I would like it better if the sheen was just a subtle fun thing, you know, instead of really taking over the page. Not sure where I'm going to put this, but I do want to cut this big flower out and put it on here somewhere. So when I got it, I thought I was going to put it on this page. And now I'm thinking, well, it covers my doilies up too much. But it might not once I cut it out.
Because you don't really want to cover up those doilies. I don't use the oven to dry my paper because if I did, it would heat up the house too much. So
yeah. Well, I've done it both ways. The oven is definitely easier and faster. But if I had a bigger place to lay them out, you know, as they dried,
it would be easier. Yeah.
It would be easier to do them not in the oven, but you can use the plastic placemats and doilies and things like that if you
Yeah.
don't do it in the oven. And I really like that. So I'm going to be doing a lot more, I think, that's not done in the oven. But I also
Well,
like having some that are just plain so I can use them to back stuff up. And
well, the way I do it, I get some plain ones and some other ones, but I of course have that giant kitchen island.
yeah.
It's about 4 by 8 plus the dining room table if I run out of space. I keep old shower curtains
Oh, that's a good idea.
to cover up. We go through shower curtains pretty fast here with the humidity. They just get yucky, and
Yeah.
I can wash them, but it's easier to honestly buy a new one. I just use shower curtain liners. Is what I'm talking about, not the whole shower
Yeah.
curtain.
Yeah, we use those too. And
Holly said she ran out of things to say.
oh no.
And Janet's making napkin art journal pages for the group.
Cool.
Well, I don't know if you've seen, Janet did a poll for Phibbsville, and they're doing art journal pages made with napkin.
Yeah, I did see that. I think I even answered the poll, but
I have added so many things to my to-do list that I don't know why. I told myself I wasn't going to take on any big projects this year. And now I got 2 extras that I hadn't planned on. So.
Yeah, I know how that is. Because I kind of told myself the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am.
Really simple and just really cute and just fast and easy. Oh, I didn't fold that one very well. Okay, let's turn it the other way, like so. I'll just put on one.
Tanya, I'm going to run out to the Tourist Bureau place.
Yes, ma'am.
See what they have on Texas National Parks to send to you.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I don't know what they have out there, but I'm sure they've got something.
That would be fabulous. I can't believe that you're close enough to a Tourist Bureau place.
It's right at the edge of town. It's not very far away. It's a nice one too. When you come through, you need to go there just for kicks.
Oh, well, I always go to those places because that's where I get all my supplies for my
postcards.
Postcards, yeah.
Yeah. You also need to go to Palo Canyon while you're here. It's just a state park. It's a park. It's not a national park, but
it's called
the coolest thing around here. Palo Duro.
Palo Duro Canyon. See, that's another thing I need to put in my little book is places that aren't necessarily national parks, but are on our route that are very cool.
I'll give you some information about it too.
Okay, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Janet says her group art projects will only be once a month. Nice and easy.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Only once a month.
I didn't realize this particular project was going to take so long.
I didn't either. We did it kind of as here's something fun to do, and then it turned out to be a really big thing.
Yeah.
I'm liking it though. I'm having fun with it.
Oh yeah, I'm having fun with it. I'm really glad that I didn't choose a Christmas theme.
Oh, me too. Me too. Since we've already done, well, I already at least did a Christmas one.
Well, so did I with the Golden Book, but
yeah.
Oh boy, now
Yes, Texas Vacation Guide is really good. It's a good book. Holly, I
I
like it.
I may have ordered one of those. I
Well,
can't
I know
remember.
they'll send them to you, but and they're really big and heavy. I'm not going to get you one of
Yeah,
those.
don't give me one of those
Order
because
that.
I think I ordered a few things because as soon as I decided to do national parks, I got on and ordered at least the states that we hope to be going through to get
Yeah,
to there. And there's all sorts of other places though, but I didn't realize how many of the parks there are. How many national parkways and battlefields and historic parks. There's only 61 actual national parks, but then there's 419, I think, national historic, all of those. That's under the park system.
yeah,
I
like
thought,
historic landmarks or
yes, historic landmarks. They're they're historic parks, battlefields, parkways, um, national monuments. Like in Utah, there's five parks, but there's 13 total. Also, California's got the most number of national parks. And did you know that there's not a national park in every state?
I can't imagine why there would be a state without a national park.
But there's only 27. There's only 27 states that have national parks.
Are some
But
of them just because they're too small or
I think it's because the land was already spoken for. From
yeah,
the looks of it, from what I see, that the land um, masses in especially in the eastern states
yeah.
were already spoken for and therefore not available to create a park with. But the Virgin Islands have a national park, and American Samoa has a national park. It's like, okay,
You would think some of the states would get their act together and get a national park.
right?
It's too
I would
late
think.
though, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I have a question
Washington.
for you, Tanya,
Uh-huh.
and the rest of you too. I have this that's a pocket. I haven't glued it down to make it a pocket yet, but I backed it with that, and I can glue it down and make it a pocket and tuck this inside, as part of the background and still tuck stuff in here, or I can glue it down and just make it a pretty page.
What is that flower glued to?
Nothing. It's just wallpaper.
Could you glue it to one of your pieces of coffee dyed cardstock and make it an actual tuck that tucks in the pocket that comes out?
Yeah,
Or
I
you
guess I
don't?
could.
Or
I
you
was just
don't
thinking
like?
since it was straight on the side, it would look
Right,
better as part of the page.
right.
But I could do that, and then that would be, two birds with one stone.
Yeah, it would be, it would,
It would be a
then
cute
you're,
writing place.
yeah, it would be a cute writing place. I mean, you could put it in just like it is, but I'm afraid that the little pieces on the bottom might get damaged.
Yeah,
So,
I would definitely back it if I used it as a tag or a
right.
journaling card or whatever. I was just planning to glue it in there and let it
Yeah.
be like background, or just decorate the page. But I like the idea of using it as something I can take out and journal on. But you're right, it's not thick enough to be just like this.
Yeah. Hi,
Unless I
Sharon.
wanted to cut those out, but I don't. I like them. So,
Or just, Barbara says, or just glue it to the pocket and make it part of the pocket. Oh, like that. Yeah. That would work too, but I like the idea of being able to take it out and write on it.
Yeah. And if I do this, it would be hard to get something behind it.
Yeah, it would be.
But I like the way it looks like this.
Now, I'll tell you what. Okay, when you put your cardstock under it,
Yeah.
cut it out, fussy cut it around the top and around that leaf by your right hand thumb, sort of, and then about halfway down, leave the bottom of it where the cardstock shows. Like, yeah. And therefore, when you tuck it in, it will protect those little hanging down parts, the cardstock, and it will show just like that. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
So don't glue it here where I can pull this out over the top?
No, glue the whole thing. But then when you tuck it in, like so, your little leaves at the top will still look like little leaves. And the cardstock part of it will be hidden.
Well, I was planning just fussy cut the whole thing out, but I think it's a good idea to protect this by leaving maybe some down here.
Leave some down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Holly's saying, okay.
What if you glue it to the pocket and the page and cut it at the top of the pocket?
Oh, I don't know about that. I see what
I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to do it good enough. I think it'd look cute, but I'm not sure I could do it well enough where it wouldn't show.
Yeah.
If I could do it without it being obvious, but I don't think
not only that, when you stuff something into the pocket,
oh, then it would look funny.
It would look funny when you put something in the pocket.
Yeah, so there wouldn't be any point in having a pocket.
Yeah.
I either need to make it go under here or as a as a card, or I need to just glue it all down, one or the other.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put card on the back of it, and then we'll think some more.
And I don't know if I said hello, Sherry, but hello. Uh-oh, Jeffrey's sneezing again.
Oh, no.
Yeah. He is. I don't like that one. Don't like it at all. Oh, yeah. There's another Elizabeth is here. Hello, dear. We're glad you guys have all come to join us. And Lisa, you have to leave at 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Elizabeth.
How are the kids feeling? Are they getting back to it? Or, I mean...
Ethan is still coughing a little bit, but not a bunch. Hannah's about like me. We're both just still coughing a lot.
A lot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, at night I can hardly sleep because of it. It's really weird because I'm at the point now. I mean, I know that the cough is always the last thing to go away.
Yeah, but you'd think it's gone by now.
You would think, yeah. But I really am feeling a lot better except for that. I'm going to mute for just a second.
Uh-huh. She's muted and I forget to talk. That's just not very helpful, is it, guys? Okay. That wasn't sticking very well. I don't know why. Guys, while Lisa's gone off, I want to remind you that next Tuesday, which is the 14th, we're going to be doing the little folded book, kind of a pop-up folded book. We'll be here on my channel on the 14th and over on Lisa's channel on the 28th. So you want to make sure to pop in for that. And Holly's gold. Is that right? Is that gold that this says? Or is it an I? I can't read it.
Holly.
Oh, I like that one. That one came out real good. I definitely will have enough flowers in this journal.
That's the one thing that we have in common is that we're both doing flowers of some sort.
Yeah.
I'm not doing as many as you, but I've got quite a few flowers in here. As different as our journals are, that one thing is kind of the same.
That one thing is consistent.
Isn't that pretty on that paper?
Oh, that is gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, just like that.
Okay, maybe you should just fold that piece of paper in half and put that somewhere. Can you do that?
I may can. Let's see.
Or in thirds, yeah, like that, and then fold the other piece underneath it. Just leave it whole, because that piece of paper is gorgeous. It's bad when the piece of paper outshines the
Yeah, you know you're weird when you when the paper's like, oh, the paper's too pretty. And it's just coffee dyed. It's nothing special.
You know, I have coffee in my refrigerator because I would go to dye paper and I haven't had a chance. So Jeffrey always saves the little bits that are leftovers, you know, in the morning. So, you know, he makes a certain amount, and you never get it exactly right if you don't make the whole pot. And he might drink it all or he might not. And so he saves the extra, the little bits that pop out. And
okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I think I am gonna go ahead and close this and make it a pocket. Since
I'll make it a pocket. Okay.
Yeah, since I backed it the top pretty, I think I just
Flower power. Yes, Holly, that was my plan.
All right, come on.
And I'm really glad that we decided black and white were freebies because, you know.
Yeah, I haven't used them yet, but I probably will.
I have used my Posca pens. I haven't used my paint. You know,
I haven't used any paint either, and I've got watercolor, and I've got all kinds of stuff out here that I thought I would use, but I haven't used any of it yet. And but it's okay because I'm just having fun doing what I'm doing. So
well, that's it. This one needed some attitude here.
Okay.
You guys can't even see that. Huh. I'll show you in a minute.
The black? Yeah, I can see the black.
You can see the black? Can you see my little swirls?
I can see your swirls.
My little doodles. My doodles.
Okay.
Yeah, I imagine it's really cold. Woo.
That looks upside down, doesn't it?
It kind of does.
Yeah. I was just thinking I could glue this to this.
For that. Uh-huh.
And that would be a way to put it in here. But
Okay,
I don't
okay,
think I
honey,
have any going the other direction.
okay, okay, go back to that page. Go back to that page. Okay, now, where's your little flower? Turn it over. Lay it on the right-hand side. Right-hand side. Okay, now, open up the little flabby. Okay, open up the other little flappy. Slide the flower out to the right. Slide the flower out to the right. No, no, there. Oh, open up the flappies. Open up the flappies. Slide the flower out to the right. Slide the flower. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, now lay the half sheet of music page down. Okay, now fold it up and see what happens. No. Okay, sorry.
It was fun though.
Well, you know,
It's like when your husband's trying to tell you how to do something. Nope, go to right. Nope, the right. No, go to
uh-huh. Well, it didn't work. Did it? Okay, but now, do you have a solid page, a full-size page anywhere that you could?
that I could do what?
Okay, okay, just no, that would cover up too much of that.
Oops, we stick that back in there.
Okay, now then, that page right there, open it up. No, turn your flower over. Okay, take the music paper and flip it over to the right. Now tuck that. Oh, that's the same page. Tuck the whole flap on the big piece of the music paper. Open up your. Okay, yeah. Now lift up the right hand piece of music paper. Put your short flap under there. No, it's still not going to work. Yeah.
No, it's going to have to be glued to this.
Yep. Yep.
And I could glue that there.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm covering up some pretty music paper. Of course,
That's
I could
right.
glue it right here. But it doesn't exactly fit. I mean,
No.
it's bigger than that page.
Yeah.
I still think I could do it like this.
Hi, Violet. Well, you don't know
think?
until you try, right? That's true, Violet. You don't know till you try.
How about like that?
That would work. Uh-huh. Now, the only thing is okay, but your little flap of, okay, turn it back to the right so I can see it again. Okay, if you put it on there like that,
Yeah.
that would be a pocket.
This?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
this?
Tuck. Does it tuck all the way to the spine?
It
Yes.
can. I just
Okay.
didn't know if it would make it too fat
Okay.
if I did that. But I think it'd be okay. Just take it all
Okay,
the
well,
way.
you don't have to take it all the way, but see, if you put that music paper on there, and then you could create that as a pocket.
Just the music paper or this
No,
whole
the
thing?
whole thing, I think. The whole
Yeah, I
piece.
think so too.
That's pretty that way.
Yeah, I think I like that. Could
Debbie
make it a
says
double pocket,
yeah, you could make it a double pocket. That'd be cute too.
but I'm not sure how well it would stay because of how thick this is and how heavy.
Uh-huh.
Well, if I did it around the bottom and the sides instead of just the sides, it'd probably be okay.
Okay, the other thing is that do it around the bottom and the sides and staple a little cluster right on the edge on the bottom. Okay, Terry, we'll see you in a few minutes. Does that make sense? What I'm saying is use a staple.
In here?
No, right on the very edge at the bottom or the top. Yeah, right there. Yep.
Okay.
Find some little tab or something that you could, after you glue it, then you could
All right.
staple it.
Let's glue it. But before I glue the other flap down.
Yeah. Well, and you know, you don't even have to glue the other flap down.
That's true. I was just thinking it could be a double pocket if I did.
Yeah. Uh-huh. But if you didn't glue the other flap down, then it would open.
That's true. We're going to glue this and we're going to see how stable that feels. And then we will decide.
Mm-hmm. There you go. That works.
If it feels stable, it'll be fine just like this. But if it doesn't, hi, Violet. I guess I didn't pay good enough attention to notice you were here. I'm sorry.
She just came in a few minutes ago, I think.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better.
But I may be wrong. You know. Don't ever judge based on me.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, see, now you have the whole inside piece of your paper to look at, which is really cute. Now, if you want to make it more stable, make a little tiny cluster of some sort and put a staple right in the edge of that piece. Just let it flap up, but just staple it through. But I think it looks stable enough. I would think the glue would hold it.
I think that it's fine. That's good glue. I trust it. But I kind of like the cluster idea just for decoration.
Mm-hmm. We were busy
right in here.
We were busy flapping. When Violet came in, we were busy flapping.
How about putting my cluster right in here?
Oh, that'd be cute.
I think so too. Or I could put one over here. Kind of like the idea of it in here with this all as writing space.
Okay.
I wish I had inked some lines on here with some corrugated cardboard before so it would be obvious writing space. But it's done now.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm getting tired of using the same thing over and over again, so I was going to look at this, but that looks terrible together, so that's not happening.
Yeah, it's pretty, but not with that other paper.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I know what I had. I had some odds and ends. Oh, I know what I can do. I have a little bit of this stuff left. Let's see about maybe doing. No, don't like that. Go for it. Cluster us everywhere, Holly says.
All right. You can't have too many clusters. Well, I guess maybe you could, but I haven't yet.
Okay. Well, these are getting. I'm just, my brain is not wanting to work on them right this minute. So, I may just fold them up for the time being, and they may go in just folded up and not decorated.
Leave something for later.
Well, they're pretty too without it, so it's not like they all have to have stuff on them. That was kind of my plan anyways. And they're too lightweight to put clusters or anything on with fibers. So I'm thinking I'll move on and make some tags, which will, you know, and then just maybe put these in just as they are. Which really adds to it anyways. There we go. Okay. Yep. Well, that works. I think I've got 6 and 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. That's 5. But I've got a couple that are drying. So I do have that option. Okay. And Holly thinks we need clusters everywhere. So, okay. So we got that one. Got 2 in that one. Got one little thing in there. Put something in there. Oops, we need something in there. Okay. Let's go to the next signature.
I don't know if this is going to end up being a cluster or a fabric flip thing. I think a fabric flip would be fun.
Oh, yeah, I think a fabric flip would be perfect. Okay. See, I don't have near enough stuffs. I'm really going to have to make more stuffs.
More stuffs.
Yeah, more stuffs, more stuffs. That's all there is to it.
Well, I'm going to make as much stuffs as I can make today, and
then call it good.
I may. We'll just have to see. Unless I decide, if I decide to keep it for myself, then I may, work on it on videos, just doing a page at a time or something like that. But if I decide to let it go, then I may let it be for somebody else to finish decorating.
Mm-hmm. Well, my problem is that all of my pockets don't have stuffs in them, so I got to make stuffs to put in my pockets.
Yeah, and that's not wide enough.
And I think there's another flip here. Yeah, there's another flip here, and that's something to work with. Okay, that needs something on it that's a pocket piece. This is a tag.
So, Debbie, that is a sweet thing for you to be wishing for yourself, to be uplifting. That I like that. And I think that's what you want. I think you will.
I do too. That's wonderful. And home for a whole week. Mine's home all the time now.
I'm ready for that, but it's going to be a long time because I got a young one.
Well,
that's okay.
It has been good. It was a little rough when we were, didn't have a place to live and all that kind of good stuff that happened. But it worked out and we're doing all right. So almost did it. I reached for my cutter.
Okay, what do you think about that?
Oh, that's cute. Now, the lace flip up too?
Well, I'm trying to decide if I want the whole thing to flip up or if I want just the lace to flip up. But I definitely want the lace to flip up because...
Yeah. I kind of like the idea of the whole thing flipping up. You're not going to get a lot of flip out of the top piece.
And if I took this and moved it down here,
Mm-hmm.
that would make it flip better at the top.
Mm-hmm. And you know what else you could do is put your piece of lace between it and the piece behind it.
Yeah, I think that would help a lot with the
And then
stability.
it'll give it more stability, yeah. Terry's gonna be without her husband for a week, and it means no cooking.
Well, there's something nice about that. It's good to think about the positive. If I had to
Mm-hmm.
be without my husband for a week, I'd be needing to think about the positive. I'd be needing to think about the fact I didn't have to cook. That would be the thing that made it easier.
Um, I've been without mine a few different times like that, but he's pretty good about when I cook and what I do, and he eats whatever I put in front of him. That's the big thing.
Yeah, well, mine will too. And to be honest, right now he mostly cooks for himself because I usually eat lunch and he eats supper. And so,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
except on the weekends, we both eat lunch in the late afternoon on the weekends. So
Well, I usually try to cook something that we can have for lunches the next day or so. I don't know what he's had today. Yesterday he had cereal because he's not feeling well. So, okay.
I'm wondering if I shouldn't make this piece the whole length of everything instead of short.
It might be more stable on the when you go to flip the lace up. That piece might make it more stable.
Yeah. And I could glue the lace to it that way.
Yep. Hmm.
Okay. So let's make a bigger piece of that.
Oh, he's a trucker, Terry. He's not around a lot. Well, mine went to schools and things like that he would be gone, but usually not for more than say a month or so. He's been around all the time. There's been times in our lives when he had to move before I could move, but most of that didn't last too long.
I love this as a base fabric. Something I got at the thrift store. I wish I'd been able to buy yardage of it so I'd have a lot more. But
Hold it up
it's
to
not. It's
a
like,
real loose weave type
yeah,
muslin of some sort. Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's a little heavier than a normal muslin, but it's lighter weight than a canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna move the book out of the way while I'm gluing this stuff down here. I think I'm going to trim this, make it take some of it off because it's just kind of hidden behind this other lace and it's making the other lace not really show as well.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh, it got her again, guys. Okay.
All right, maybe
See,
I'll
I
be all
said
right.
I was going to change to something else, and yet I'm still using the same little flowers.
Well.
Oh, well, that is apparently what it's going to be. But that's what it looks. It looks good, and I'm happy.
Well,
So,
that's what matters, and they're a major theme in the book, so.
right. So, I guess that's just the way it is. I will tell you, these tiny little ones are pain to glue down. Oh, and they're just dropped in the wrong place to glue
Oh, I
down,
like
but
that
they look so cute in the middle. Yes, I like that better too.
better. Ah, okay, now then. Um,
It is so nice having my internet back.
yes, I'm glad you have your internet back too.
Oh, last Sunday was just a disaster. It was just so frustrating. I tried everything. I tried to stream without the house internet through my phone, and that didn't work. It started to work, and then it didn't work. It was like, oh, can it get any worse than this?
Well, you definitely were struggling.
Mhm. Well, what really was irritating is when the guy come in the house and he said, "Well, we've been looking for it all morning," and I knew they had because they'd been in the 1 mile general area. There had been like 3 bucket trucks we'd seen hunting for whatever it was, trying to figure out what was going on. Okay, so I said, "Well," I said, "So," he said, "it was affecting this whole 1 mile area. So there's like 500 people that it was affecting, but I was the only one that complained." It's like, oh, great. Just what I wanted to hear.
Nobody else cares. Shame on them.
All right. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
I think I'm going to cut this other one like a tag instead of just leaving it whole. And I think maybe I'll put some stuff on it. But it was the watching of movies was just bad. It wasn't, the download speed was, bad, but it was the upload speed that was just non-existent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nobody else was making videos.
Right. That's I think what it was. Nobody else was being affected because they weren't making videos. Anybody who's come in, we are just working on our 12 bits journals. We just both had more to get done to call it done. I don't know that mine's going to get done today even. But I'm going to work on it as best I can. I need more tags and stuff like that. I've got a lot of what do you want to call it?
I don't know.
I have
Pockets
a
and
lot.
tucks?
I have lots of pockets and tucks in it already, but I don't have much in the way of tags and things ready to go.
Yeah.
So
It's a 12-bit journal, Kathy, and it's we've been working on this journal for well, most of
second
December
week of December or so.
until now. So if you look on both of our channels, you'll find some of our live streams where we talk about that in the description of what the video, it'll say 12 Bits Journal, and that's where we've been working on these. And I think we both have a an introduction prep video on the 12-Bit Journal on our channels, so you can find out what it's all about there too.
Yeah, and I was looking, I don't seem to have my sheet of paper that talks about it.
I think I do. Hold on just a minute, and I'll find it. Let me get this little piece of lace glued on here.
Okay.
Oh no, this way. Okay, let me find that paper. I just had it. Here it is. It's the 12 Journal Bits Challenge. It says, on the first day of journal making, we had one piece of chipboard waiting to be covered. You could use cardboard instead. So that was our cover. 2 types of adhesive ready to stick down, glues or tapes. 3 cutting tools, hungry to chop some paper, scissors, paper trimmer, corner round, or decorative punch, whatever kind of cutting tool you wanted. 3 of those. 4 stamps or stencils, Stampin' On Away. And we chose stamps that we had been carving in Carve December. And then I chose 1 stencil. I don't think Tanya chose any stencils. Did you?
No, I chose 4 stamps, and I actually haven't used them very much. I
haven't used mine at all, but I need to.
That may be what I'm going to start playing with here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And then 5 kinds of paper ready for your design. And one of these could be envelopes if you wanted it to be. And I chose wallpaper, coffee or tea dyed paper, painty paper, envelopes, and music paper were my 5 papers. What paper were your 5 papers, Tanya?
I had just a minute. I had painty paper, cardstock, scrapbook paper, painty papers, cardstock, scrapbook paper. Oh, I have some giant white copy paper. Here, I'll show you a page made with it. I mean, it's giant, and it's not copy paper really. It's see, it's a heavier weight, and it actually was big enough that it folds up to make this pocket in it. So let's see. Cardstock. Oh, and the crayon paper. This multiple colored pack of, this is computer paper, but it's crayon colored. So it's real bright.
That is really pretty colors.
Yeah, it's really pretty colors. But one of the things that's not in it is pink and turquoise, which, you know. So, okay, go ahead.
Okay, 6 colors to brighten up your day. And in these 6 colors that you choose, you can use paint, pens, pencil, ink, sprays, texture paste, whatever. And then you can have black and white free. Now, I chose 6 colors, but I haven't used any of them yet.
Yeah,
I've just been using my papers and fabrics and stuff so far.
Yep, that's been what's been happening with me.
And then you can have 7 book pages ready to be folded, cut, or torn. So you can use those 7 book pages any way you want. 8 beads or charms to give your journal bling. 9 little fasteners to hold your little pages, brads, eyelets, buttons, paper clips, whatever. 10 pieces of fiber to dress your little book, fabric, lace, yarn, ribbon. 11 quotes or words to let your heart be known. I haven't put any quotes in yet either.
I think I put 1 on something.
12 fun images to set your art apart. So, and then you had, it says on the last day of journal making, we'll have our own wonderful journal to start the new year out. Pokey tool, hole punch, thread to bind your journal, needle and ruler are free to use. And then we decided you could trade out one of these free things for a stapler if you wanted to use staples. So, and we've been working on this journal for a while. So, and both of our journals are completely different, even though we're using the same kinds of stuff and the same prompts. And
Yeah.
And that's been really fun too, to see how different they are. Debbie says, so how does everyone store their Christmas themed craft stuff? That is the one bunch of craft stuff I keep in a big tub in the basement, away from everything else, because I only get it out like in November. For November and December.
Believe it or not, I don't have that much. So I haven't really, it's just stored in with everything else. But part of that is because, you know, I didn't have craft stuff for so long.
You were the bead lady.
Yeah. Well, you know, no, I don't have a lot of Christmas stuff anymore either, because I sort of got rid of it all.
Yeah. Well, all I have is just junk I picked up at the thrift store. I don't think I bought anything new Christmas crafty stuff. And I just pick up stuff at the thrift store because they always have Christmas stuff.
Well, I've got a couple of Christmas paper pads, and then when we did our Golden Book, it just really didn't suit. It was kind of odd, but they just didn't really work to do what I had wanted, so that's okay.
And I'm just making this into a journal, into a fabric flip, so you can hide secret messages underneath it, I guess.
Debbie says, okay, all together, that settles it. All together and out of the room.
All together and out of the room. That's
my biggest problem has been the glues. I think next time glue ought to be a freebie, so that you can use whatever glues you need.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
I have had some issues with this trim because this particular glue did not want to hold it down. I had to glue it 2 or 3 times.
Well, I give you permission to use another glue if you need to. There's no reason to compromise your journal because your glue didn't work good.
Well, actually, I finally got it to do it. What happened is that I think this particular glue wanted to sink into the back of it.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Okay, Barbara. Bye-bye.
Bye, hon. When I finally got it to seal, then it seemed to work okay. So
okay, I'm glad that you helped me figure this out, Tanya, because
that's gorgeous.
I'm very happy with it now.
Yeah.
And I like it being with this page since I decided not to put it on that page.
And that page is so pretty just by the other page that you were going to cover up. It's so pretty by itself.
Yeah, I just need a tag to stick in there.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth.
And anyone else who might or anyone else now? What?
I thought she said bye, and I felt bad for not having said hi earlier.
Oh, I think she said Barbara's leaving.
Okay.
Now that
putting fall with Christmas probably isn't a bad idea because most people, if they're going to do something Christmassy, they try to get it started in the fall.
In the fall,
when you're doing fall stuff too. So, thank you, Violet. Thank you, Barbara.
Okay, so that is actually done, but it needs to go into my journal.
Okay, I'm going to leave that open, and I'm going to work on some tags.
And I'm not sure
dry
which signature it needs to go in. Okay, so this one's got one of those. It's got a flip up, flip down thing that opens like that. Oops, you can't see it because it's off camera. Sorry. Okay, so see, it flips up and then down, but yet then it's a pocket.
Oh, that's cute.
So that signature's got one. I made 3, and this one just didn't want to stick together. So
hi, Brittany. Good to see you.
Signature's got one too.
I haven't done any belly bands.
Okay, so that signature doesn't appear to have one. I did belly bands. Okay, yeah, and here's the other flip up, flip down. So this one needs to go in the middle signature, which is right here. And I think I will put it right there. But which that creates another pocket.
Okay, right now I'm just going to make some bases.
Brittany's here. Hello, Brittany. You're just going to make some tag bases? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Tombow glue worked real well on everything except that one piece of rickrack. It just, for some reason, did not want to hold that rickrack in there, on there. Uh-oh. No. Okay, it's all right. All right. Okay. Okay. So back to the tags.
Okay, I don't think I'm going to make any of them with these holes. I did the holes in one of the other ones, and I'm just not as big a fan of the holes.
Okay.
So now I've got 5 bases. And I need to, I think I'm going to start just with some collage stuff because I got lots of little bits.
Elizabeth is leaving, I guess. Bye, Elizabeth.
Bye, Elizabeth.
Terry's 12 Bits journal is a scrapbook type journal. Well, that's cool. Oh, Elizabeth did have to go back to work. Sorry about that, dear.
Oh, I did put words on one something. I just saw where I cut them out.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I have 2, but I just don't know where. So
yeah. I'm going to get my fabric and lacy bits over to the side. We're going to start with.
I want to use some more of this. This is such a cool trim.
Oh, that is fun. It looks really fat. Is it as fat as it looks?
Fat. Mm-hmm. It is definitely fat.
Okay, move those words. It's already after 1. Good grief.
No, and have you? I haven't gotten done.
Oh.
So not
no,
done.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
So, not only is it fat, but then when you do cut a little piece off, it's got lots of little. I really like it. It's really a lot of fun. Yep.
Holly says it's not fat, it's fluffy.
It's fluffy. That's true. It is fluffy. Mm-hmm. Holly is he's one of my favorites. I'm not fat either, but I am kind of fluffy. Okay, why is it coming apart? Okay, there we go. And I think we're going to staple that just to be sure. That it stays. It's got her again. It just keeps grabbing her. Jeffrey must have gotten everything sorted out outside. It hasn't started raining yet. It's not supposed to start raining until tonight. Holly says she's fluffy. Yeah, I'm fluffy. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. And that's okay. I'm good with being fluffy.
Well, evidently I shocked Holly and hurt her terribly somehow by deciding I was going to have no holes in my tags.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Holly. I'm going to put some pieces of fabric on them. They'll have their fluff at the end. It's just going to be stapled on instead of holes.
Well, and
it lays flatter that way, and I like that better.
That's what I'm doing with this one. It's got a little piece of fluff stapled to it, and then I'm going to put a butterfly back here on the back side to cover up the staple. Since I have a butterfly.
That sounds good.
There. Ta-da!
Yay!
The only thing I don't, that's another thing I don't like, is that corner rounders should belong. There's no way I could cut all these corners and make them look nice. So, but I do miss my corner rounder.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
That's just
maybe if we ever do a journal like this again, we need to say your standard supplies that are not going to be in the book. They're just used to make the book.
Tools.
Yes, those things you can just use whatever you want.
Yeah,
and just have it be the things that you actually build the book out of. Be the things that are.
Yeah, I like that idea. Okay, so this one is, I think.
Well, we're new at this, so.
Yeah.
Gotta be patient with us. We're still learning.
Well, but it's a challenge, right? Wasn't it? That's part of it. Andrea's here. Hello, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. Good to see you.
Part of it was about having it be a challenge. So
it's true, and it is.
Mm-hmm. It has been. I think it's been fun to try to use all my little pieces too.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying that.
That's kind of what I'm doing right now.
Oh, but I think, and that's kind of cute. But I'm about to run out of tea. I'm going to have to,
Yeah, me too. In fact, I just drank my last bit when I was having my little coughing fit a minute ago. So I'm definitely going to have to go in and get some in a second.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first? That way one of us will be here with
you. You go first. I'll make me big, and then I may be able to get Jeff to make it. We'll see if he's asleep or not.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I'll make me big. Yes, please, and thank you, Janet. And guys, don't forget that we'll be on Tuesday at noon here on my channel. We're going to be making the little flippy book, the little pop-up book. And then That's Tuesday the 14th. And then on the 28th, we'll be on Lisa's channel. So.
Well, I went in and forgot to take my cup. I'll be back in a second.
Oh dear. That's yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what you call craft mind. She knew she had to go in, but she forgot why. Okay. Kind of like that. And I think since we're talking about using our words, I need to get out my sayings and use some of my sayings here to make in my tags. And I have my sayings. Okay. I also didn't use my book pages in the flip up book. Oh, Holly, that was, where did it go? I just laid it here. This paper is actually, I think, a little very inexpensive paper pad from Dollar Tree, maybe. It was in a tiny paper pad. It was a little, this is 5 inches. Now I'm going to make my one next week bigger so that I didn't use any of my book papers. Terry, I'm probably going to use 12 by 12 scrapbook paper to make my book on Tuesday. That way the papers are big enough so you guys can see. Oh, I'm sorry. I stopped. These are sayings from the 60s. Or song lyrics.
Okay.
That's what they
I just
are.
talked to my son, and he decided that 2:30 would actually work better for him than 2 o'clock. So I have a little more time.
Yay! So, anyways, Tara, I'm going to use scrapbook paper, 12 by 12. If you want your squares to be 2 by 2, just a minute. I think that if you want your squares to be 2 by 2, they have to be 5 inches. Brittany, give me a minute, and I will measure. No, you're correct. So I'm going to switch back to me, Lisa. Just a second here. Yes, Brittany, if you want your book or your paper to be whatever this is, your paper has to be 4 times that size. So if you want your book to be 2 inches from this fold to the edge, then your paper has to be 4 by 4. So my 12 by 12 will make me a 6-inch book. Okay. Yeah, it was 2.5. It was 5 inches. It was 5-inch squares of paper, so it made them 2.5 inches across. And I'm going to go get some more tea, and I'll be right back.
Here, I've been putting all these things down, and I haven't inked anything. Can't believe I did that. That is not normal. Okay. And who is this little green grasshopper? That's what the words say right there. So I think we're going to use him, and we're going to try to hold on to the words. I think I like that, but I'm definitely going to ink that because it's very, very stark. That little book will be a cute way to show off your twin shoes, Brittany. That's pretty much what it's perfect for, I think. Let's do a little bit of... I'm going to go ahead and go around this while I've got it out. Okay, and now we're going to glue this little grasshopper on here. Just dig through your scraps and find some fun stuff. Hi, Cheryl. I didn't realize you were here. It's good to see you. You must have come in while I was trying to get some tea. Okay, there's a journaling card. And it is not straight at the top, but we're going to call it good anyway.
That's cute.
Thanks, I like it. It has words on it that were already there. It says, and who is this little green grasshopper?
That's cute.
So I don't have to add any words.
Cheryl's here too. I hadn't seen Cheryl before.
Yep, she just came in, I guess. I looked up and saw her, and so I thought maybe she came in while I was gone.
I was just discussing with Jeffrey, see if he could call the pharmacist to see about finding out what kind of decongestant he could take.
Yeah.
So
okay.
This one says you're either on the bus or off the bus. I must not have ever managed to get on the bus. Like a true nature's child, we were born to be wild. That's the one I have to use. That's just the one I have to use.
Okay, let's...
Cheryl says you were busy with the grasshopper.
Oh,
the grasshopper had her attention, is the deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he's a pretty interesting little guy, so.
There we go.
See, I'm going to make a little topper like this instead of like a regular tag top.
I've done a few of those with my denim. I need to do some more. But I need to have some papers to cut up, so I guess I'm going to have to. back some more of the put more cardstock on the back of painty paper. That's what I guess I'm going to need to do.
Yeah. Okay. Will that work for you, Holly? Is that a taggy enough? If it's not, we can just call it a journaling card.
There you go. It's not a tag, it's a journaling card. I've made a lot of journaling cards this time.
Yeah, I actually like journaling cards better than tags. Those little things that you tie onto the top, they're so fat, they bug me. So I prefer
I just don't make mine real fat. But I like them because I like them poofing out of my journal.
Yeah.
That's the reason I like them. It was a real good thing, black, because I keep grabbing things that I didn't think about ahead of time. I just grabbed my Stabilo pencil, and luckily it's black. So
that's good. Yeah, I have a black one and a green one and a brown one. And green and brown are two of my colors, so that worked out well for me. But I haven't even used them, so.
Well, I just started putting.
A good place to use one.
I just started putting Well, you know what? There's a piece of denim right there, and I can just put it on the top right here with this. Okay, so. Perfect. Stapler. Lost the stapler.
There. I like that little bit of green added on there. That worked well. I think I'm going to do some kind of
there
like this too.
Yep. Yes. I used my little scruffies. Now I just got to glue something on the back of there.
Okay, we're going to let that
Holly
one sit.
said she woke up late. Was Mary on this morning? I think she was. I don't know. I got up late this morning. So.
Well, Cheryl said she was with her crafting and relaxing, so.
Okay. So she must have been.
Yeah.
She has the metabolism of an Energizer bunny, I swear.
I think she must.
Okay. So
I admire it, but I don't have it.
No. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's me. Okay. So I had these purple ones, but I don't know. This stuff was cute. Oh, I was going to do some stamping. That's what I was going to do. Yes, I need to do some stamping. So I need some scrappy paper to put under there. And I think, yep, that's what I'm going to do. Thank you, Andrea. Okay, so it's just grabbing you, isn't it?
Yeah. And believe it or not, this is better than it is at night when I'm trying to sleep.
Oh, I'm sure. Okay.
And at least I'm getting some fun stuff done right now instead of laying in bed whining to myself, to God.
Yeah, yeah, that whining. But my husband says that's what makes you feel better is the whining. That's
Yeah,
what he said.
I'm
Now,
not sure it's true, but
I'm pretty sure it's not true, but because
if it makes him feel better, okay.
whining doesn't make me feel better at all.
No, it just makes me feel whiny. And I feel guilty. That doesn't make me feel better either. So,
No, 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 no. It does not. I just
oh,
love these bug petal flower leaf things.
yes, those were some of the funnest ones
Uh-huh.
and the most useful.
Yeah. And that one just got laid over top of the other one. Oh well, I guess this gonna have an extra petal right in there. There we go. I cannot find my StazOn ink cleaner. I'm gonna have to.
I don't think I even own such a thing.
Oh, I had some. I can't imagine I've used it all up, but I have some. It also reconditions your stamp if you use a lot of StazOn. Of course, you don't use StazOn. You use that archival ink, and it's a little different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
the
have some
StazOn is
stays on, but I don't use it as much. That's for
yeah.
sure.
The archival ink is more like a pigment ink. This is more like it's solvent,
Oh,
so
okay.
it can dry out your stamps. And the StazOn ink cleaner helps to recondition them. So, just FYI. Okay, so
Some of my coffee stained papers are these that I took out of a little journal from the Dollar Tree.
ah,
And I was thinking I might want to put one of these little images.
oh, that's pretty.
It's a hummingbird made out of leaves and flower petals. And then here's an owl. Anyway, I think both of those are cute, and I might use them on some of these tags.
And
So,
those were in a journal, huh?
yeah, I've got another copy of it. Let me get it and show you. I just took it apart and copied it. I think I have another one. It says the Flora Forager, a seasonal journal collected from nature.
Oh,
And these were at Dollar Tree.
wow. I don't think I've ever seen one like that. That would have gone home with me, that's for sure.
Yeah, I got 2 of them. And I wish now I'd bought like 6 of them and I'd given a bunch of them away because it's a really cool thing.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to call that another little journal card. Yes, Holly, the creeping crud always hits worse at night and on the weekends when you can't go to the really simple but kind of cute. Okay, so now then, gotta do something with these. Something. I said I haven't. You've used your book pages, right?
Some of them, because one of them had words on it and one of them had images. Um, I've used a few of the pictures off of it. This little, and one of them had these. So yeah, I've used some of my book pages.
Mm-hmm.
And my map was one of my book pages, the map paper that I've been using.
And Holly says if you find more grab them.
If I find more, I will definitely do that, Holly. I will grab several if I find them, but I haven't seen them since I got those two.
Yeah, of course not. And like Debbie says, closed, and the walk-ins are all closed. Yep.
And that was actually probably in August because I know it wasn't after September 1st. So, and you might could find them on Amazon or something, but Dollar Tree to be a whole lot better, I'm sure, price wise.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have these 3 tags that I have to do something with.
I don't think I like that.
Oh, you know what? I think there's a piece of scrapbook paper that might help me out here. Oh, those are feathers, not leaves. I thought they were leaves.
Tanya, did you hear me say that my son decided he would rather wait till 2:30 to go, so I had a little more time?
Yep, which
Okay.
sounds good to me.
I didn't have my headphones in when I said it, so I wasn't sure if you heard me or not.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not finding any scrapbook papers that I like. I'm not. Okay, so let's see here. What can we do? Oh, I know what I need. I need some more purple paper. Purple paper, purple paper, purple paper. I don't know how long I've had this pad of Crayola paper. I must have had it for 100 million years, I think. Oh. Purple paper, some denim. Let's punch a bunch of little purple flowers. Oh, my punches have definitely gotten a workout.
Well, that's been a fun thing for you to be able to use in there.
Yeah, I mean, I do miss the fact that I had my, I do miss my, paper cutter, but I have liked the punches because, that was kind of where I was headed. The flower powery thing was where I was headed with all that.
Yeah.
Tommy's here. Hello, dear.
Hi, Tommy. It's good to see you.
Tommy, you never did send me your address so I could send you one of the little journals. You may be too busy to play with that, but that's... How are you doing on your 12 bits chat journal, Tommy? So rare. Let me see. Well, yes, that's true, Holly. The stores, especially Dollar Tree, does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does not carry all the same stuff. Dollar Tree does They are
Even the ones in the same town don't carry the same stuff.
right, right. And we have half a dozen Dollar Trees here, and none of them carry the same stuff. Or within, they're not necessarily considered in the same town because Pensacola is not that big, but it has lots of towns that are close to it. Okay. So like one of the ones that I say is near here is considered Pace.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we have 4 or 5.
Journal.
She's finished?
Almost. Tommy says she's almost finished, and it was harder than she expected. We're finding that we have things that we just like I had trouble with one of my glues not working for everything that I was doing, and I am really regretting not having a
corner rounder.
Yeah. So that's but at the same time I had these 2 punches as my cutting tools, and I'm really glad I chose them, and I'm glad I chose both of them, not just one of them. But I keep grabbing for my paper cutter, and I don't have paper cutter on my list because I chose the punches. Okay, we need a butterfly punch tape stamped on there, and some kind of little something to hold it. Something to hold it up there. And she's editing you're editing, I can't, when I edit videos, I cannot watch somebody else's at the same time. I'm just not very good at doing 2 things at once.
By the way, since you mentioning that, your voiceover video you did worked really well. Now I'm wanting to try one.
I was very hard to do. With it. No, it was not hard to do, and it all depends, I suppose, on what editing software you have. But I used oh heck,
I would have to either use whatever's in YouTube or Movie Maker. Those are the only 2 I have.
Windows Movie Maker, that's what I use.
Okay.
Okay. And she included no cardstock papers in her paper selection, and her pages feel floppy. A lot of my papers were this lighter weight, Tommy, and I ended up making pockets like that so that they felt a little heavier. And
the only reason I have cardstock paper in mine is because coffee dyed papers was one of my things, and I had some coffee dyed cardstock.
And I actually chose papers.
Okay, tell me if you think this one needs something else.
It needs a little piece of lace at the top of it.
Okay.
To have its little tab.
To have a tab, okay.
Yep.
If it has to have a tab, we'll get it one.
Yeah, the voiceover was done with Movie Maker, Windows Movie Maker. There you go, see? And it actually went very well. Now, I did do it in pieces because I was concerned that if anything went wrong, that I would have trouble with trying to do a whole voiceover at one time.
Yeah.
And so I did it in chunks, and it worked real well. I was very pleased with how it worked. Although I'm afraid I say way too often. A lot. I do that a lot anyways. I say
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. So I think I'm going to punch a hole in this one and put a little bit of fluff up there because I just really think it needs a little fluff.
Okay, well, there's 2 cards. And I'm happy with both of those. I want this one to be, this bird to be the focal point of this card here. So I need to keep that in mind when I'm choosing my stuff.
Okay. Holly, that's what I'm going to have to do, I'm afraid. I got to switch ears. After a while, that ear just gets so sore.
Yeah, I have to do that too. But I'm happy now that I can just wear one at a time in one ear and switch ears because when I had it in both ears, not only did I sound to myself like I was in a tunnel, but it also was really hard to, it made my ears get tired much faster. Even in just one ear, that ear I'm using doesn't get tired as fast as it did when I used them both. So
right, and I think that's true too. I'm really liking these. These are just $15 ones from $16 ones from Best Buy, but I'm going to order a couple more pairs because these stayed turned on the whole time we streamed New Year's Eve. I was amazed.
yeah, mine did too, and I was shocked. I didn't expect it to do that.
My new phone, doesn't have an audio jack. So there we go. There's another one. So the fact that it doesn't have an audio jack, to use the phone, I have to have Bluetooth headphones. So I think I'm going to order a couple more pairs of these because then because they're not expensive, and that way I can have a couple pair that basically are the same, and I can use them with my phone. I can use them. I don't talk on the phone in the car, but when I do beads, I use them to listen to Pandora, to music, because you can't hear over the equipment. If it's not if you don't have if you don't have headphones in, you can't hear over that equipment. I would have to crank the stereo up just beyond usable to use just speakers. So if I get some more of these, then I can I cannot worry about having a pair charged, is what I'm trying to say. My brain working.
You would always have a pair charged.
I'll always have a pair charged. That's my thought. Hi, Patricia.
Hi, Patricia.
Patricia, did you get your package, dear?
I was just going to tell Holly that when I cleaned out my craft room, I put like 5 tables out in the garage, and that's where I moved everything to,
so that you could
sort through it.
Yeah, and that's I'm going to have to try to do something like that because I have made such a mess, and I did that video last year and it's not gotten any better. It's really not gotten any better. So I'm going to have to move it all out, or at least one corner of it out, so that I can try to Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this one. There's gold on this paper. I'm going to make gold centers in these little purple flowers with
Ooh,
that
that'll be pretty with your whatever it's called,
drop
Novu or
thingies. Yeah, those drop thingies. Oh, you know what else I have? I have little gold. Mmm. Mmm. I also have some other little
Hi,
gold things.
Deborah.
Okay, so awesome, Patricia. I'm glad that you got it. Okay, Tommy, we're only going to be here till about 2:30. And hello, Deborah. I don't know, Holly. I know why mine gets so bad. It's because I'm trying to do 17,000 things, and picking up is not one of them. I've never been great at it, but
yeah, me either. But I'm worse now. Well, and you have a craft room, and one of the reasons you have a dedicated craft room is so you can leave projects out while you're working on them.
Mm-hmm. But
I mean, that's one of the reasons, and so, which is fine if you're only working on 1 or 2 projects, but if you got 10 things going, then nothing ever gets put up, and
yep.
and that's one reason I got those bins. I just stick everything in the bins, and that helps a lot. But I still have to have a place to put all those bins. So.
Well, and mine is growing out to the other room, which I had sort of tried not to let it happen.
Yeah.
That's that's what bothers me, is that it is growing out to the rest of the house, which I don't like. Terry's got to go. Bye, hun.
Bye. Thanks for coming and playing with us.
Yeah. Okay. Now then. Yep, I do have some gold ones of these. They're gold. I can use them, right?
That's right. Gold what?
I'll show you. It's that cheapy ribbon stuff from those.
Oh, yeah.
They are even
I
more.
don't know. It's not. It's bling.
It's gold, right?
It's gold. That works for me. It's a loose interpretation.
Okay. All right. Because, otherwise I'll use my drops.
No, I'm fine with it. I approve of a loose interpretation. I mean, just think how many things I'm able to do because I said coffee or tea dyed paper.
Well, that's true. I do have
a lot of leeway there. So.
Well, and I used painty paper and cardstock. So, I guess I could have gotten my colored cardstock out. That would have made my life a lot easier with these tags, wouldn't it? Oh my gosh. Such a dummy I am. Okay.
Well, you still got, if you're going to do some more
I
stuff.
got a lot of tags to make. Yeah. I don't know why. These just seem to say that this needed to be on these things, and there's not those drops. Besides, I didn't want to wait for the drops to dry.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
For as cheap as this, turned it wrong side up. Ugh. As cheap as these little things are, they are sparkly.
Yep. They
I
are.
mean, you get a whole roll for $1. I haven't been in Dollar Tree in months. Well, I have too. I shouldn't say that. I was in there and got what do you call these things? These things I wear on my face. Readers. I had to get some readers. Oh, there we go.
Okay. I think I like this. And I think
Oh, yes.
all you fibrous tag people are just going to have to deal with the fact that this is going to be a journaling card and not a tag.
Aha. There we go.
This
Okay.
is a journaling card, no fibers on top.
No fibers on top. The other one just needed that little bit of lace just to.
It did. It did. I agree.
It just had to have an attitude adjustment. But that doesn't need a thing. That looks perfectly cute to me.
I like it. Oh. Well, I'm glad Ethan decided he could wait till 2:30 because I got one more thing I want to do pocket wise.
Cool.
Before I
Ta-da!
Yay! And I'd still like to do these other 2 tags. But I think I'm going to do the pockets first so I can get that done for sure. And then because I thought somebody else might want to try this kind of pocket. And make sure that's not going to stick to anything. Okay. So now I need to find a page upon which to work.
Okay, that fabric store. Violet, I'm not sure which fabric store we've talked about. You'll have to tell me which fabric store that fabric store is. Because, you know, I've forgotten.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and cover this page up with music paper, and then I'm going to put some pockets on it instead of using this for a pocket.
The J store.
Joanne?
Oh, the Joanne store. Okay, that fabric store. Yeah. And what did she get? Oh, for a couple of journals. Well, I'll tell you what. I know a place to get those. Lots and lots of them. Oh. Yep. That those bolts are cool. I so far I haven't brought any home lately. Of course, I haven't taken Mom. Her December party thing got messed up, and we ended up not going. So it ended up on the weekend that we were gone off to our camp out. So, but I certainly wouldn't have to buy any fabric if I wanted to fabric cover some journals. I got enough fabric to last 6 lifetimes in my spare bedroom and underneath this table. I think there's 20 boxes under this table.
Oh, that ought to be enough for a day or two.
Just for a day or two, I think. But, you know, that's what I did in another lifetime, so that's kind of where that's at. I've had a few jobs in my lifetime. Enough. There's been a lot of different lifetimes, I guess you could say. I was thinking, you know, when Becky had the quilting challenge list thing, and I thought, you know, there's quilts in boxes I really should finish. I probably have enough squares ready to piece about 6 quilts. And if I got them quilted, I could get somebody to quilt them for me. But I don't need quilts. That's part of the other part of the problem. Because my dad, well, see, Daddy quilted, so I have quilts, a quilt that he embroidered and quilted and actually hand quilted on the spare bed. And on our bed, I have a t-shirt quilt that my mom made for Jeff. So you never said, well, okay, I missed something that Violet said because she thought she was special. Okay, what does it say? Oh, she gave her 2 empty for. It wouldn't be that store that I got them from, Violet. Because I used to sell machines, I have an inn with a few dealers here in town, and they sell fabric. Not here, but actually over in Crestview. Oh, that sounds fun. Sherry, our Violet gave away our information because she met somebody that wanted it. Lisa, so that they can come and play with us.
We're always happy to have new people come play with us.
Uh-huh.
I was at the thrift store and I was buying some old children's books. This was, quite a while ago. I still have not taken her a book to show her, but the girl asked me what I was doing with all these old books that were kind of falling apart. And I said, well, I take them apart and I make junk journals out of them. And she's like, what are junk journals?
What is a junk journal?
I tried to explain it to her, and she was like, you're just going to have to bring me one and show it to me. I said, well, you could go to, watch my videos and you can see how to make them. And she goes, no, I'd rather see one you made already. I said, okay.
Yep.
But the one time I took one in to show her, she wasn't working that day. And then I haven't gone back to.
That's right. So Violet met a new friend, and she, okay, so I am going to make this one just like this. That's all I'm going to do to it. I put the little tabby thing. I'm going to put little dots of gold stuff on it, but then that's all I'm going to do. It's amazing to me that because junk journals have been out for a long time, so it's always amazing to me that people still don't
have a clue what they are.
Have a clue what they are.
Yeah.
Or, I promise that it's the glue bottle, not me making that noise.
I couldn't even hear it because I was tearing paper.
Good. It's not the glue bottle either. It's these pearls. They're darn near as pretty as the little thingies, but look at that. That's cute.
That is very cute. Okay. Uh-oh. Dropped my earphones. I mean, whatever these things are.
Earphones. Uh-huh. Cool, guys. Very cool. All right, let's see. There's got to be a place for that one back there. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, now we got to find some more. I still have all of the outside pieces to my napkins too that I haven't used. The actual napkin part, the colored part.
The part that everybody else would be using.
Yes, the part that everybody else would be using. I have 90% of it. I may, not right now, but I may just put these out on cardstock and then cut it up for tags.
Oh, that'd be good. Ooh, that one's really pretty.
Yeah, I thought it was. And very flower powery.
Very much. fit in perfectly.
And then this one, now this one, see it. It has not everything is covered. So the tag would be like, if I could make tags like that. So anyhow, I haven't decided on that yet, but that'll be wet. So I don't know that I want to mess with it right now. So I thought I had some more cardstock pieces though, that were already cut and ready to go. Maybe not. I have that one. Yep, I might be about out of cardstock. Not out of cardstock, but out of cardstock pieces. I know, I'll work on my little paper clip right now because we don't have a lot of time left. So that's what I'll work on. It's my paper clip. Where are my buttons?
I wish I had done this in a different order.
Okay. Now here's the thing. I was going to use this little guy. To make my dangle from. I might still do that. So it could be moved if I have to. Okay. Thank you, Andrea. So I have that. And I think I decided what I'm going to use. Oh, and I have to go to the other room to get it though. No, here's some right here. This is my bookbinding cord, and I think I'm going to use my bookbinding cord to attach these.
Oh, that'll be a good idea.
Because I didn't think about that when I got beads out, but I didn't get any head pins or anything like that to go in my stash of stuff.
Yep, so I did the same thing. I have some beads, but I didn't get out any. But at least now you've showed me what I can do. If I may just not use them, but if I do use them.
Yeah. Well, see, and that was the thing. I've been thinking about what I was going to do. Oh, that came out real cute. Now, is that wallpaper pieces? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it's wallpaper pieces.
Cool.
One of the good things about having wallpaper. Okay, what was I going to use for the last one?
Yeah, because wallpaper's got usually pretty sturdy.
Yeah. I think I was going to use this for the last little bit. Trim it smooth though, since the other ones are smooth. Okay. So I'm going to make a third little bitty tuck.
Ooh,
I don't know if I'll tuck stuff in all three of them or not, but I can if I want to.
There you go.
But I just like the look of it too, even if with nothing tucked in it. And so when you got tuck spots you like just to look at, even without anything tucked in them, then you know you're okay.
There you go. I
whether you
agree.
tuck stuff in or not. So,
Okay. So I kind of wanted a little bit of this stuff.
yeah, I like that. Alrighty.
Okay.
We're going to be on in about 20 more minutes, or at least I am. And I guess Tanya could stay on longer if she wants to, but
No, I'm going to go because I may need to run to the store and get Jeffrey some decongestant stuff. He was going to call the pharmacist and find out what he can take. He's limited because of the blood pressure meds and things that he takes. So,
right.
but if he had some decongestant, I think he would feel a whole lot better. So,
Okay. I like
besides the next door neighbor lady's home, and my guess is she'll start blowing leaves. You know, we're going to have a storm, but that doesn't mean she will start blowing leaves.
She's got to clean up her yard before the storm.
Oh, yeah, and blow them straight into the storm drain.
So that everything floods even better.
Oh yeah. She's just yeah. And
So
we've
helpful.
we've tried to tell them. We've tried really hard to tell them, but they just don't listen very well. Oh,
Too soon to add those.
okay. Right.
Okay.
All righty. Now that piece is there like that. Yeah, about 30 minutes. It's about 20 minutes now, Sherry.
Yeah, work on that room while you've got the urge, Holly. That is true.
I was
Because the
gonna
urge
say,
goes away way faster than it should. About a fourth of the way through, the urge kind of goes away. The fun is over at that point. No, I'm teasing.
Well, I hate to say this, but I haven't figured out how to make it fun yet. So,
well, I don't know that it was fun, but it made me feel like I could breathe better. And so, so I was happy for that reason. But
for that reason, yeah.
Okay, I don't like
this is bothering me. You don't like the flaps?
The white stuff back there on the back of my painty papers.
Oh, Well,
I don't like
do you
that.
have some light? Okay. Do you have any more of that lined coffee dyed paper that you could just attach right there?
Maybe I've got this. Could put that.
Corroceeded. Okay, let me write that down, please, Janet.
I've also got some of this. I could use this with the little hummingbird.
CIDIN. Thank you, Janet. Because yeah, especially when you take medications, you got to be really careful of those kinds of things. And I just think it would be a good idea for me to go find out what. But if that's the case, Corseedin probably is that's probably the choice. But I'll need to run get it.
Okay, I cut this one kind of short because of this cute little guy on the back.
Oh, but it's so cute.
It is, but I don't want him hidden under the pocket, so.
Right. Oh, but see, that's going to work.
Yep. I need to trim a little bit over here because it's curved up there, and that curve looks kind of funny.
I'm really glad you guys cannot hear my tummy.
It's
Well, I
saying,
didn't have-
remember me? Remember me?
I didn't have any lunch, so
Well, I ate a little bit right before we started because I hadn't had anything, before that. And so,
well, I had breakfast this morning, at 7:30, but
I do better if I just don't eat anything till noon. So eating
well,
at a little before 11 was kind of early for me, but I didn't want to wait until 2:30. So
yeah. Well, and not only that, you won't be able to eat right at 2:30 either
that's true.
because
It would be 4 or something.
yeah.
Let's see if we can do this.
Okay. The one nice thing about wax linen is when you tie a knot, it usually stays in. So if I tie 2 knots, I'm pretty sure I won't have an issue.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Cheryl's having leftover pizza. We had pizza a week or so ago, so there's none left. None left. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, honey,
I'm
that's
gonna
okay.
put this little guy over here to make him kind of go with this page.
Oh, that'll be cute. Yes, yes.
I think so.
Yep, yep.
I'm so sorry. Let me pause. I mean, mute.
I want to put this one on a little different. That's another thing is that I had to think about how to put these beads on here so that the holes, so that they wouldn't fall off because I don't have any little, I usually use little seed beads to make them stay on.
Yeah.
And I don't have any, so I had to think about that. Okay, that works. I'm liking that. That's okay. Now I can tie a knot.
Okay.
And then I will have used up all my little beads. Okay, what? Oh, that's so cute. He's so cute. And now your other page isn't white.
Yay. I'm happy. Now I'm going to have to do a bunch of those because I have a bunch of these in here. So, but I know, at least now know what I'm going to do to them. So that's.
Well, see, and that was the thing. That's why I went through and put those shadow pages on my thing because I knew that that was what it was going to work. Is the biggest thing. It's going to work.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, and I went ahead and glued this one up before I did it. Okay, so
you just got to tuck it in there. You can,
or I can do something else. Where's my pen? Can't do that. I'm gonna ink it, I think. Well, I don't think it matters if it goes underneath, really. It just needs to be.
Yeah, the sad puppy eyes could be really bad. I have wanted a lemon thing from, it's a lemonade, frozen lemonade ice cream thing from Chick-fil-A. Oh, I've wanted one of those for weeks. And Jeffrey can't have them, so, or he shouldn't have them. He can have them.
But he chooses not to most of the time.
Yeah, he's really pretty good. He works really hard at not eating stuff he's not supposed to eat.
Okay. I think that's okay for that, but I do want to add a little something.
Little something, something?
Little something, something. No, not that. Ooh, that might be good. Let's see. We'll just have to cut it out and find out what I do with my lid. Oh.
Oh, I haven't been paying attention to chat, guys. I'm sorry. Andrew says for Janet to either come to her house and cook or boil chicken, let it cool, shred, mix in barbecue sauce, warm up, add that to pizza with pineapple chunks. Oh my, yeah, that would be good. And Janet and Andrea said for Janet to stop that or come to her house and cook. One of the two.
I'm agreeing with Andrea.
Yeah,
Either fix me some or shut up.
Oh my goodness! Great.
I'm teasing. I'm really not that mean.
I know, but at the same time, it's funny.
Okay, I think I like that. That's going to look good in there.
Oh, that's gorgeous in there. It is always helpful. You get more done when you have a plan. That's, that is true. Okay. Let's do one more knot in there if I can get it in there.
Ooh. My little sponge here is tearing up.
Uh-oh.
Leaving little pieces all over the place.
I had some, what do you call those sponges? The makeup sponges. And the Stays On ink, because it's solvent based, it does that real bad. So
Jada says, "Yay! I love to cook." She's willing.
She's willing.
Getting there may be a problem, but she's willing.
Yeah. Well, definitely send me information on the park that's real close to you.
Okay. I will.
Now, when we're coming, as far as camping goes, it might still be closed. A lot of campgrounds will be.
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're ever closed.
Okay.
I may be wrong, but I don't think so. I mean, I know you can go down there anytime you want.
Yeah, but the campgrounds, it's like in northern Alabama, the campgrounds they might not be closed, but their facilities are shut off.
Yeah.
Because water freezes, and most campgrounds don't keep their waters deep enough
Yeah,
to.
that's possible. I've never tried to camp down there in the winter, so.
Hmm. Well, and they may not be big enough for us to camp in. We stayed under the 36-foot limit, but um, that doesn't mean that all campgrounds have facilities for us. We're kind of big.
Yeah. I don't know, but hopefully the information will say. Probably
Yeah.
the website would say too.
But that will be fun to have the information for my book too. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's my little doodad. No, I think it has to be hung on this side of it. Yeah. There we go.
Tanya,
Yes.
Cheryl was asking, did you guys get the rain yet? We're not
No,
supposed to get it till about 5 or 6 o'clock tonight.
and
I don't know
it's
when it was supposed to come for y'all.
not till tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Yeah.
It'll come bother us first.
Yeah, and quite frankly, it's been very gray and hazy here all day, and it could rain. Pensacola is known for it to rain every day in the spring, but this is not really spring. But it's been gray and ugly, but no rain so far. But the bad weather tomorrow is supposed to come tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, we're almost out of time here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even close to being finished with this book, but it's already
Me either. Do you want to play again another day?
I'm game if you are, if people want to watch. Do y'all want to watch it? Us play some more, or are y'all tired of this book?
Yeah, I was going to say, because they might be tired of this book. Okay, well, I've lost the little, oh, there it is. Yeah, Oak Mountain is one of the ones that we haven't been to yet, but we'd like to go to. So, we were supposed to get it last night, Joan. I didn't, they haven't answered our question yet, but they may not have heard it yet.
Yeah,
You know.
there's definitely lag time.
Mm-hmm. Teresa said she'd watch, and Sherry says she'll watch, so.
Okay.
Well,
when do we want to do it?
I don't have my calendar on me. We may need to, and it maybe a week. Okay, what about the week in between our book? We have Tuesday, or next Friday.
Next Friday would work for me. Fridays are pretty good for me.
Do like we did this time?
Yeah, and I'd have to be finished about the same time so I could take Ethan to work.
Okay.
I love it. When it starts doing this, you know you're doing good.
I know. See, mine is only held because I put on the band.
Yeah. When I lay it down, it still lays pretty flat, but if I stand it up, it goes crazy.
Well, you can't see my whole. There it is. There's the whole book. But there's
okay, everybody says they'll be glad to watch no matter what we're doing. So
okay, so I would say next Friday. I'll double check my schedule though.
Okay.
Because I don't. Somewhere along the line, I have to take my mom to her embroidery thing.
Okay. Well, next Friday will work for me. Or well, we're already doing Tuesday.
Yeah, we're doing Tuesday on my channel, but if you want to do this on your channel on Friday,
that'll be good. Yeah, we'll do that, and I may do it even if you can't. Then you can come in whenever you can. If because I really have a lot to get done.
I have a ton. It's not even near done.
I know, and it's amazing. I've been having so much fun doing it, and there's so much in here, but there's so much left to do.
Yeah, That's it. I did get my little closure thing kind of started.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what I'm going to do. I think that's all I'm really going to do. It works.
Yeah, I think it's cute. Well, the beads probably help it too.
It will help it to stay on there.
Yeah.
And then once this piece of ribbon is actually stitched back here, it will yeah, it will stay better. And I could pull it tighter. I just didn't.
I wonder if you took the end of it and turned it under just a little bit.
This,
then if it started sliding, it would catch on against the paper clip and not slide out.
I do want to do that, but I really, really think I'm going to need to do it with a sewing machine.
Yeah, I agree.
So I debated whether I would just do it and hide it. Because I don't have a sewing machine on my list, but I really think I'm going to have to. If I don't, I'm afraid this ribbon is going to fray out.
Yeah. Well, eventually we're going to have to do things that are not on the list or we'll never finish the book. I mean, working in them.
Yes, to work in it would have to.
Yeah,
yes.
You would have to. So
but yeah, I think before I stitch this together, I had thought about trying to hand stitch this, but I think what I'm going to do is just take it to the sewing machine, tuck it under, and run just one line of stitching on it, and that will also keep it from slipping out of my little tag. And I'm not sure I like these. I may take those back off.
The furry ones?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I would like it better without them. They kind of are
distracting.
Yeah, they don't fit everything else fits together.
Yeah.
Like it belongs together, and those are just like extra. I don't think it looks bad.
No, it just doesn't add to it. It just is too much. Next Friday will be on Lisa's channel.
Okay. Tommy says, that is where I'm stuck. Therefore, the almost finished flip through, I'm getting ready to record.
Yeah. I think that because I really want to stitch this, when I stitch in my signatures, I want to stitch through this piece back here so it'll stay on.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to cheat and sew that up with the sewing machine, because otherwise it will compromise the book in the end. And sewing it with the sewing machine after I stitch it on, when I went to work,
hard to do.
Much more difficult. Tanya could do it, but Tanya doesn't want to.
Tanya, the way you're building yours, once you sew it, I mean, when you're ready to sew your signatures in, you're going to be finished, right?
Yes. When I go to sew my signatures in, I will be finished.
So actually, that one little thing right before you sew your signatures in is not really compromising anything, I don't think.
I might not have all the tags and stuff done by next Friday, but I think that with what I just did to the papers today, I'll be ready to sew it together next Friday.
Yay! Well, I'm just going to keep on adding stuff.
Yeah, Patricia says mom's the word that if I didn't say anything, no one would know. Well, I love that, you made some little books. And I made a couple too, and I really think they're cute, and I only made 2, and I may want to make another one of those for the 3rd signature. But this is definitely getting
it's getting fluffy.
It's definitely fluffy. Now it will be easier to contain once I get it stitched together.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I'm going to double check it and look at it, but I think I'm down to where once I pick those papers up that are dry, I should be able to just go ahead and sew it together, because it's mostly tags and things I'm missing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about all of these white pages because I
White's
used
an
white.
element in your book, though. It's not mine.
Yeah, it's not in yours, but it is
Yeah.
in mine. It's, I don't have enough of these in there.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, you definitely
Honey,
need
you
more
need
of
to
that.
go.
I do. I
Okay.
do. And I'm sorry, Bethany, that you came in so late and we're fixing to leave.
Yeah, we're
But we're
getting ready to
next
head out.
Friday.
Yeah.
Next Friday on my channel, and Janet just put a link there. We're going to work in these books some more at 11 a.m. Central Time until
Right.
about 2:30 again.
Yeah. So,
Okay. God
okay.
bless you all.
Yes. Bye-bye.